Now, dear children, continues of chapter number 8, standard 9, subject social science. Our next topic is importance of preamble. The preamble as a soul of the constitution is also important necessity. Dear children, already we have learned that preamble is a soul of the constitution and is also an important necessity, and that's why to understand the framing of any law or its interpretation, preamble give the proper guidance of. Now dear children, what they have to say, that they have to say that if you have to understand the framing of any law or its interpretation, then the preamble give the proper guidance of. To understand the policy behind the framing of any law, preamble plays an important role of. Dear children, what they have to say there, they have to say that if you have to understand the policy behind the framing of any law, then preamble play an important role to understand the any policy. That's why the preamble is a useful tool to avoid the trouble in the interpretation of the constitution. And that's why what happened then, preamble given the more important and the more useful document to provide and avoid the trouble while you are interpreting the constitution. Now, when any ambiguity or obscure detail in law arise, when any ambiguity it means aspashtata, or obscure it means aspast detail in law arise, then preamble help in understanding as well as the interpreting the law. Whenever the any kind of the problem arise in a law, that time the preamble help to understand as well as the interpretation of the law. That's why the preamble serve as a compass to understand the provision of constitution law. And that's why we can say that the preamble as a serve as a compass to understand the provision of the constitution of law. That's why the preamble is a nation unity, integrity, and the standard of the crust of the brotherhood among the citizens. And that's why we can say that preamble is a nation unity as well as the integrity, and it the stand for the crust of the brotherhood among the all the citizens who were having the noble sentiments and the ideal. And that's why we can say that the preamble is backed by high ideals and the goals. And that's why we can say that preamble is backed by the high ideals and the goals. After they have to given about the pillars of the preamble, the word inscribed in the preamble are that the we the people of India. Dear children, you know very well that our preamble starting from which word, the we the people of India, sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic, justice, liberty, fraternity, and equality. Here we will study the following three main pillars of the preamble. Now, dear children, we have to study in detail the main three main pillars of our preamble, and already we have learned about this whole words. First, they have to given about the information of the democracy. The ultimate sovereignty of the power is with the people according to the Indian Constitution. What the Indian Constitution said, that Indian Constitution said that the whole power is in the hands of the people, and there is no any particular regime of any one particular person. Instead, it is within the people. It means here no any particular power in the hands of particular person or particular group. Here the all kinds of the power is in the hands of the people in the democracy. And you know very well that democracy, it means the Lokshai. Democracy, the word is derived from the Greek word demos. Now dear children, from where the word democracy is derived? The word democracy is derived from the Greek word demos. It means the people. Demos means the people, and kratos means the power. That's why they have to say that the democracy word derived from the Greek word demos. Demos, it means the people, and the Kratos means the power. It means the people have the power in the democracy. It means the country's power is not within the group of people, instead it is the within the people of that country, and that's why we can say that country's power is not with a group of people in democracy, but in the democracy the power is in within the people of that country. It means we can say that here it is within the people of that country the democracy have a power here, not the group of people have the power. That's why democratic state administration is such an arrangement in which there is a equal justice for people to social, economical, political, and having the equal right to the participation. And that's why in our constitution as well as in our administration, that kind of the arrangement is given, that equal justice for the people, for each and everywhere, for socially, economically, politically, as well as the people are given the equal rights of the participation. Now dear children, they have to given that in democratic India the people elect the leader through their choice by casting the vote. And dear children, you know very well that in democracy the election is necessary, and that's why we can say that we are living in democracy. That's why in democracy what happened, that India people elect their leader through their choice by casting their vote to represent those leader in the parliament, and then after assuming the post of prime minister and his or her cabinet. Executive do not have absolute power. Dear children, here executive is also do not have the absolute power. They are given the specific time limit. They all have given the specific time limit. Similarly, the voter elect the state and local level government, and that's why what happened, that the voter elect the state as well as the local level government. Hence, what was the meaning of democracy? We can say that democracy means by the people, for the people, and of the people. And this is the most important word, an important statement. Democracy means by the people, for the people, and of the people. And cabinet consists the member of the parliament. Cabinet of the minister is responsible to the parliament. Who was the responsible for the parliament? Cabinet of the minister are responsible for the parliament. Any citizen of India who possess required the constitutional eligibility can contest the election. It means that any citizen of India have required the constitutional eligibility can contest the election. Ministerial position are not acquired the hereditary. Dear children, this is the most important thing. Here the ministerial position are not acquired the hereditary. It means here not these things are happen, that if any minister is there, then their son is also the minister. This is the not one kind of the hereditary system. Hereditary, it means the Vansanugata. Each elected government is the 5-year tenure. Each elected government is the 5-year tenure. And that's why this government work under the principle of the constitution. Whatever the government was elected for the 5 years, this government was working under the principle of the constitution, and therefore it is known as a responsible government. And that's why you can say that it is known as a responsible government. The democratic government is based on their liberty, equality, and feeling of fraternity, and constitutionally work to achieve this goal. That's why we can say that in democratic government is based on their liberty, equality, and feeling of fraternity, and constitutionally work to achieve this goal. The constitution disseminates the power of people to cast their vote according to their free will, and thereby instill the confidence in the constitution. What happened there, dear children? They have to given that in our constitution disseminates, it means the prasar karna, pracharit karna. The in the hands, the power is hands of the people. It means the people give their votes to anybody. It means the people are free to give their votes by their confidence in their constitution. The constitution democratic India renders the fundamental rights. what happened that, dear children, they have to say that the constitution of democratic India renders, it means the samarpan karna, the fundamental rights, principle for the political direction, parliament, member of assembly, independence, impartial justice, and the election commission are those provisions which make our country democratic in every means. That's why what happened, this all things was to be included in our constitution, and that's why we can say that in our constitution they have to follow the democracy. Why? Because they have to include all these things, independent, impartial justice, election commission, this all kinds of the provisions was included in our constitution, and that's why we can say that it is known as our country of democratic in every means. Adult suffrage means that the citizen above the 18-year age, it means the citizen above the 18-year of age can cast his or her vote to one's choice of the leaders. That's why, dear children, what happened that in our constitution you said that adult suffrage, it means matadhikara, vayas matadhikar, means the any citizen whose age is 18 year or more than 18 year can cast his or her vote to one choice of the leader, without the any kind of the discrimination of the caste, creed, religion, language, gender, education, income, or the birthplace. It means that any person give their vote as per their choice, no any kind of the pressure or no any kind of the discrimination. It means bhedbhav on the basis of caste, creed, religion, language, gender, education, income, or birthplace. It means the individual is free to give their vote to the anyone, but it is the essential that the citizen are enlisted in their electoral list, but it is necessary that your name is in voter ID. It means whatever the list given by the electoral list given by the government, that time your name is there in their government list, then you are eligible to give the vote.